These are going to be the tips and tricks when traveling to Europe.
So like a little Euro trip. Make sure you have do's, do nots, something like that. She got the females, I got the fellas. Hopefully, if y'all are going together, y'all going on a guy trip, whatever, but if y'all going together, at least we got y'all covered.
Yeah, because when we went, so I went for my birthday. I checked the weather. It said like 70 degrees. But the thing is, it may be 73 degrees, but it may feel like 69 degrees or 61 degrees because the wind. So yeah, make sure you check the weather. That's the first tip I have. Check the weather so you can also have the right clothes for each country. Like Barcelona was hot, Paris was cold, Milan was both. So check the weather. Make sure you check the weather. Make sure you pack like a jacket, a neutral jacket you can wear with everything, right? A neutral coat. Nothing too heavy and thick, but something that's gonna be warm but light, still lightweight. Also make sure you pack a pair of pants, a pair of comfortable sneakers, or shoes, a pair of comfortable shoes, period, that you can walk all day in, because you don't want to sit inside at the hotel in Paris. It was cold, so we kind of sat inside because I didn't want to go outside. It was so cold.
All right, so here's the thing. Fellas, first of all, you don't I feel like when you're going so far away from home, you don't have to pack like 15 pairs of shoes. Like, you're going to be walking a lot. Just white low tops, like that's all you need. Like white low tops will get you right.
Or black low tops.
If you bring in a hoodie, like if you go in September, if it's not winter, if it's fall, make sure you pack an extra hoodie for your girl, because you know they're going to overpack but not really get the right.
But not pack nothing.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened to you.
That's what happened to me. Okay,
all right, so weather, make sure you...
The first one, check the weather.
Oh yeah, another thing, pack light, because if you're going from country to country...
We're going to number 2. Okay. So number 2, pack light. Make sure your bag is big enough to be a carry-on bag. Because if not...
If you're taking flights, I think we should have took like trains to the countries instead of flights all the time. So we'll mix it up next time.
Because if not, you're going to be like how I was. Each flight cost me $50 to $75 to just bring my bag, because I had a carry-on bag, but my carry-on bag was not big enough to fit on these smaller planes. The planes are smaller.
The planes was definitely.
They're definitely smaller. Where's your suitcase? Actually, this is the perfect suitcase when traveling to Europe, overseas. It fits on the smaller planes and it fits on the bigger planes, of course, and it was big enough to pack all of his clothes and shoes and everything in here.
And you can still roll it, so
yes.
I feel like that was like the most important thing for me, because I didn't want to have like a bunch of stuff in my hand while I'm going, because I got camera equipment and a tripod and all that stuff. So like, get a nice medium-sized suitcase, get you right. Don't pack too much. Get you like a hoodie, some t-shirts, like. I feel like if you're like a fashion person, everybody's fresh. Like just go explore. Don't do too much.
Yeah, if you're not coming like for a specific function, like a wedding or something like an event, like just come like.
Because even the fashion there, everybody's like chill.
Yeah, everybody's chill. Like, and you can wear like everybody really was chill. We seen some dope outfits that were like super chill. So next for me is I think we covered bring walking shoes. Walking shoes are important. So let's say number 3 is bring walking shoes.
I like to walk everywhere though, so.
Yeah, so walking shoes are important because you're walking everywhere. You don't want to miss anything when you're traveling overseas. So you want to walk so you can at least take
feel
advantage.
The city, get the experience and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's
so
what I like to walk.
I bought some sandals, some Doc Martens, and...
Oof, them Docs.
Yeah, I think I bought a pair of flats, but I wore the Docs because when I was in Paris and Milan, it was actually kind of chilly out there, so I had to wear, some boots. But after a while, my feet started to hurt. So luckily, I had an extra pair of shoes I could slide on. But make sure you bring some comfortable shoes, because you're gonna do a lot of walking to explore the town thoroughly.
Yeah. Comfortable shoes is needed.
Thoroughly. Sure. You had to change your shoes too, right?
Low top all whites is all you need. I changed my shoes just because I wanted to go with the fit, but low top all whites, really any vacation, like no more. You don't need to bring 5 pairs of shoes.
Yes, you can bring 2 pairs. You can bring a pair of walking shoes and a pair of going out shoes. Yeah. Like that's it. All right, so next I have is learn a little bit of each language. So when you're going to Europe, I feel like it's so many different languages, right? So I didn't know this. We went to Barcelona, Spanish, Milan, Italian, Paris, French. Canada,
French, because we went to Montreal.
yeah, they spoke a little bit. Yeah, exactly. So make sure you at least learn the basics of
Like
each
hello,
language.
thank you.
Yes, where is or.
So let me give you a test if you learn anything.
Okay.
How do you say hi in Italian?
Ciao. I know. Thank you in Italian.
What is it?
Grazie.
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 And
Grazie.
she knows. Well, she can get around with Spanish.
So Spanish, me and Spanish get along like that.
Yeah. You help us in the Spanish countries, though.
All right. So next I have on the list is have a list of things that you want to do or what you want to see in each country, because you want to make sure that you're getting outside and on, exactly where you want to pinpoint. I'm not saying if you don't like itineraries, you don't have to have an itinerary, but at least have a list of things that you want to do and want to see, because you can get kind of caught up with so many things to do and see, right? There's so many things to do and see that you want to make sure that when you're there, you pinpoint exactly where you're going, what you want to do. You don't get lost, you don't get taken out the way, because time is of the essence, right?
Yeah, because you're only in these countries for like 2 days, one day, if you're doing like a multiple country Euro trip. But yeah, definitely plan an itinerary, because like I feel like everything in Europe is in your history books. You've been learning about it like all your life, and then everything is right there for you to see. Yes. So plan something. Definitely plan, fellas. Just plan.
You don't like itineraries, so.
Yeah, because I like to feel the city.
But I think the thing with you, though, I like is that you know what you want to see. Like, you knew that you wanted to see the Notre Dame. You knew that you wanted to see the Duomo. You knew the certain things that you wanted to see. So that made it easier for us to have things to do for that day.
True.
Because when you see certain things, you're in that area now. And once you see it, now you can explore that area.
Yeah, I like to go shopping. But I think for me, like when I travel now, I don't like shopping because it doesn't allow you to see everything. Most of these stores, they have them everywhere. So like you go to one store, you're going to go to them all. So you don't really need to shop when you go on vacation at all. But some of the shopping places are next to like really good areas.
Yeah,
so like I tend to like pick the stores like to put me in a certain area and stuff like that when I shop.
That makes sense.
So if you pick Kith, it might lead you to like a cool little spot. Or like Supreme.
Or like a restaurant, something to eat. I like food, chill. So. All right, so you have anything on your list? Don't look at my list.
All right, fellas. When you go, especially when you're going with your girl to Europe, keep the walking at a minimum. She's pretty good at walking everywhere, but just make sure you give them, like a little breaks and stuff like that to get. Else, it's just gonna be like it's hot, it's cold, it's cold, it's hot, it's hot. And then over time, that could kind of get to a point where you're like,
And that comes to the third or the fourth, or in the fourth
But it really didn't do any. It didn't really make a difference.
For me, it didn't, but I can see how it could make a difference with other people. Don't come to Europe with the attitude, because I feel like with Europe, you're going to be around a lot of people. Like, expect a lot of people. Expect a lot, because people are, like, you're not the only one traveling to Europe. So just come with just a neutral mindset. Don't come with expecting a lot, because let the vacation flow and enjoy yourself. Just enjoy the moments, each moment that you're in.
Yeah, and what I would say is, like, another thing, like, culture norms to you. Like if you're here in the States, what's normal to you might not be normal outside. So like the little things that you miss back home, just realize like you're not home. You're in a completely different country, completely different cultures. They do things their way because it's their culture, like their food and everything like that. So like make sure like you're just appreciative of people. And like specifically if you're black, I feel like especially like if you're black in America, you realize like there's not really that many like black people in these countries. Like Italy, there's not that many. France, a little bit, but it's like all like Senegalese, like Africans and stuff like
African,
that.
right?
Yeah, it's more Africans than you would see like a black American. But it's still like when you see us, you gotta piece it up, say what's up, and then keep it moving.
Yes, absolutely. Support each other, because why not? All right, so next I have, this is for me. I don't know if it's for y'all, but I say don't drink too much. Enjoy yourself, but don't drink too much, because you want to wake up early in the morning and get a chance to explore the city. Like you want to get an early start, a head start of your day.
Yeah. I feel like exploring the city is important because like you just flew 10 hours. So like you try to get whatever you can out of the day, like really talk to yourself and just like understand like, okay, this might be an 8-hour day. I'm not used to this on vacation, but if you fly 10 hours, you want to get the most of your day, or however you vacation, but like you don't want to leave and come all the way back and just say like, dang, I wish I would have did more, or I wish I would have did this or did that and stuff like
Exactly,
that.
exactly. And that brings me to try not to stay in your room the whole time, because if you have an itinerary or at least pinpoint of places that you want to go, it'll be able to give you, to get you out the room.
Yeah.
So try not to stay in your room and get out your room and just do certain things, even if it's right. See where your hotel is and pinpoint certain things that's right by your hotel if you don't like to move a lot. Like you can just get outside and walk around a little bit. But make sure you walk, like just get to explore the city, get to know people. Do something local in that area, because I think local things gives you that more intimate experience of being in that country, in that place.
Yeah, and also like even if you don't speak the same language as another person, like there's still different ways to communicate, like Google Translate. Like people will try to help you, especially if they know you're not from there, to make you feel comfortable. So ask questions, except at the airport in Barcelona, like they ain't trying to help you if you don't speak
Yes, they
Spanish.
will. They can help you.
They not trying to tell you where the Uber is.
They can help you.
Nah, they was definitely like, yo, I don't.
I think our first experience wasn't good, but the second one was better.
Yeah, the second one was
better.
sick.
But because we didn't know. I think the second time being more comfortable, and that's why we're putting this video out so you guys can be a little bit more comfortable when you guys travel and go there.
Yeah.
They speak Spanish, so it's just basic
It's 100% Spanish.
Yeah, basic Spanish. If you need the Uber, say "Donde el Uber?" Where is the Uber?
Yeah.
So certain little things, it's just very small. It's very easy once you get there.
Yeah, and then like traveling through Europe, like airport experiences is seamless. Like,
yeah.
Literally no TSA agents. You just scan your passport and you just walk through. Like, put your stuff in the thing, like the security, whatever. You don't have to take off your shoes or whatever. Like, it's mad simple.
Except for Paris. Paris is difficult, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But before we get there, I want to let you guys know that Uber was not easily accessible in Barcelona. Was it Barcelona?
Milan or Barcelona.
Milan and Barcelona. Uber was not easily accessible.
It took them a while to come. Paris was like really quick.
Yeah.
Obviously it's an international city. Even though all these places should be, but Paris is a bigger city. But Milan, Uber took forever. There's this app called like Free Taxi that they wanted us to download, and but taxis are good. Like taxis are pretty much, they're cheaper actually than Ubers. They charge a little bit more at night than they do in the mornings, but that's taxis.
But all it said, take a taxi. We didn't do the rental car experience, but taxis were the best bet. And walking.
Yeah.
We didn't do public transportation, but I heard public transportation was also a good way to get around.
True. Subways in Paris. The trains in Europe are probably the best, more efficient way to go to these different countries. But you just got to pick a country right next to each other. That way it's like quicker to get there and stuff like that.
Speaking of that,
should have went to London.
Yes.
Okay.
So the next tip I want to give you guys is look at the map before you go to Europe, so you can actually plan your trip out the way that it makes the most sense. So you don't want to go from here all the way over here, then back to here, then back to over there. Like you want to go here, then back to go home.
Yeah.
So make sure you look at the map when you plan your trip.
Facts. And they make it real easy to travel. Like, I think like a lot of our flights, I booked them like a day before. They were still like $60. So, I mean, like it's not like here. If you go to another state, it's like $300. You're going to a whole different country. And the good thing is, like most of the European system is on euros. So it's like the same money everywhere around, except for like the UK. But like pretty much you're just going to be spending euros like everywhere when you go.
Yes, and we didn't need cash. If you want to buy something off the street, you may have needed cash, but
probably, street vendors, they got you.
Yeah, 85% we needed. Our cards were okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are our tips and tricks.
What about food though?
Oh, food.
Stay local. I would say like the most local places probably would have the best food. Like,
and just do your research and your reviews.
If you're in Paris, order some African food. Like it's good for you.
The African food was good.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it really well. I would suggest do your research when it comes to food, because the food for me was a 6 out of 10.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. The African food, I give it a 10 out of 10. That was delicious.
Yeah, right here.
It would well actually a 9 out of 10. If we would have went to the restaurant, it would have been 10 out of 10.
Why did we not go to the restaurant?
It's not for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching again. Make sure you guys subscribe. Mr. Hook, I am DJ Millhouse.
Appreciate y'all, and stay tuned for our next travels.